Hey, I'm Andy, and we're back in Guild Wars 2, and I just want to talk about the new stuff that they added in Secrets of the Obscure. Mainly this Wizard's Vault, which is available to everyone, not just the new expansion owners. But yeah, this is the new daily system. As you can see, there's a daily, there's a weekly, and there's a special. So I don't know, personally, I don't know if I'm gonna complete any of these specials within the 71 days, but yeah, my initial thoughts is there's some things I like about it, there's some other things I don't like about it, but I mean, it is just within the first week of within this recording, so as you can see, there's 1 day remaining of the first week's weekly. So yeah, just the first, one of the few things that I like about this is that the Astral Reward section is pretty nice. But instead of a set rotation you go through of like mystic coins, a black lion chest or what have you, and then it just rotates like laurels and all that stuff. So this time you get to pick and choose, which is nice. So yeah, I really like that. But I had a question, like this is really cool on first glance, like 1000 currency for the legendary weapon starter kit, and it says double click to choose from a list of legendary weapon starter kits. All the contents are bound, but if you look into it, you only get to choose out of 4. So you get to choose the precursor for the quip, the I can't pronounce this word, but that one, the Bifrost, and the bolt. So on their update page, it says it refreshes on a quarterly basis, but I don't know, specifically to this, I don't know if they're going to change the contents so we will get different types of precursors, or if it will always be these 4 precursor kits. So in a way, it's good if you want one of these. You don't have to buy it, you don't have to do the quest. It's just it's there for 1000 currencies. That's pretty cool. Also, I just noticed that there's the 6 currency one for bags of coins for 1 gold, but you're limited to 90 of them. But then it suddenly spikes up to 30. So it is what it is. I think this also refreshes to on a quarterly basis, but I'm not sure because this has just started. So there is also the legacy rewards, which I'm not going to talk about because frankly we don't have access to it right now. It's just coming soon. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can pick and choose, especially now you can get ascended weapons from it, bag of laurels like before. So yeah, I mean, I do like this. I also do like that we get to we can pick and choose what daily, weekly stuff that we can get, or out of the pool of things to do, like PvE, PvP, World vs. World, all that stuff. But I kind of wish we can select for each one. Like, for example, I kind of wish you can select this for just the daily system, and then you can have a different selection for the weekly system, just because if you want to PvE most of the time, I kind of want to do some PvP World vs. World once in a blue moon, then maybe you kind of want to do it weekly but not daily. I don't know, but yeah, that's just it's interesting. But yeah, and then there's the dailies I'm not too big a fan on, just because it says you need 4 to get this final chest that gives you a gold and 30 currency and essence of luck, but you only have 4 to, like, they only give you 4 to do out of the 4 you need. Granted, one of them is a login, so that's more of a gimme, but like, for example, this one right here, loot the chest of Grand Valpert's riches in the Valpert's Crypt's mini dungeon, which I have never heard of. And as it's a, I mean, at least you can click to view where it's located, and it's located in Cantha, which obviously, as you can see, I have not explored yet. So that's a thing. That's apparently weighted the same as dodge 3 enemy attacks using a dodge roll or perform 3 combo skills in combat. So, I mean, I like the older system in the fact that we could pick and choose out a pool of, was it at least 12? Because the PvE, PvP, World vs. World all had their own tabs, but then they all pooled into the same daily progress to get the gold. So, I mean, this is fine if you want to just do PvE, PvP, or a mixture of anything, but I kind of wish there was at least 1 or 2 extra things that you can do daily to get this completion chest. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, I feel like to do 4 out of 4 on the daily just feels too strict. When you compare it to the weekly one, it wants you to do 6 per week, and as you can see, I'm at 5 out of 6. But it also gives you 8 options to do it, so you're not limited to doing every single one. You can pick and choose. So I don't know why they can't do, like, since it's giving you 8. Or you have to do 6 out of 8 here, maybe why not just do 4 out of 5 maybe? Because having that one extra one really helps in terms of like what you really want to do, because sometimes you don't have time to go all the way to Cantha and the mini dungeon, whereas dodge 3 enemy attacks from 3 combo skills probably can be done together within a minute. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I also don't like that. I mean, this is a problem that started from the previous daily system. I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to fix it, but as you can see, like, for example, I brought this up, the loot this from the Echo Wilds, and it showed a place that I haven't explored yet. But as you can see, I don't know if I can show it. There's not a lot of Cantha I have explored, because on this character I'm going through the story mode sequentially. So at the time of this recording, I'm currently in Living Room Season 2, which is nowhere near End of Dragons with the Cantha area. So, and I haven't even touched any of them. So as you can see, there's nothing has been started. So I'm currently in Season 2, I haven't touched anything, but I do have some area progress just only in New Kaineng, just because I did a teleport a friend when a meta was available. So yeah, I kind of wish the vault dailies would at least check to see if you have story progress in the expansions, not just that you bought the expansions so that you can, in theory, you can do this, because it does it for masteries. So I don't know why it can't check to see if you completed even the beginning of a story step to unlock the new area for the dailies. It just assumes you can do it just because you bought the expansion. So, like, what I'm trying to say, like, if you go to masteries here, and as you can see, I'm still in the Central Tyria stuff. Still need a lot more, but as you can see, the Heart of Thorns is locked. It says you need to complete the story step Corner for the Sky to unlock mastery tracks. Path of Fire is unlocked. You need to complete the story Sparking the Flame to unlock mastery tracks. Icebrew Saga, you need to obtain an Icebrew Saga mastery point from achievements to unlock these mastery tracks, which is mainly the new Icebrew Saga maps and that story. But End of Dragons, I kind of have it, like, to pull it down, it's unlocked, because obviously I've been to that one area in Cantha, but everything else is locked. So it says complete the chapter Old Friends in End of Dragons, complete the Renowned Heart and the province, complete. So it's like it checks to see if you completed a certain thing before unlocking the masteries. So why can't it do the same checks for the dailies? At least for the PvE dailies. I haven't tried the PvP or World vs. World, just because if I'm right that if you do select all three, it's only going to still give you the 3 plus the login. It's not going to give you like it gave you before of the 12 for the daily. So yeah, I just want to give my initial thoughts for the Wizard's Vault. The areas, I don't have an opinion yet. I just teleported to friend for one of them just because for a daily or a weekly, I don't remember. It was pretty, and pretty big too, but the story wise, I haven't started. Obviously, since I said I'm in Living World Season 2, it's gonna be some time before I get to Secrets of the Obscure.
You'll find everything you need.
On this character at least, but on my main account, I still haven't finished End of Dragons yet, so I think I'm about 3 or 4 in chapter 3 or 4, but that's a different story. I'm just trying to focus on this character that's doing the story bit by bit. So yeah, there's some good bits for this Wizard's Vault, and there's some things that are overlooked, I would say, and that could be better. Because I mean, also, yeah, I also wanted to talk about this cap. Why is there a cap? It just seems like an arbitrary number. Maybe there's a meaning to the cap, but I'm not aware of the cap or why there is a cap. Because if you go to the specialists here, assuming you do all of these, the amount you get will be 1,350. So, and the cap is 1,300. So yeah, you're gonna be over. And yeah, I don't know why there's a cap. Just let us pool the Astral Acclaim. Let us pool it, because we're gonna be spending it on the Wizard's Vaults, the Astral Rewards page anyway. So why would you need a cap for it? So my theory is that since it does refresh on a quarterly basis, I mean, I guess they don't want people to just pool it for some reason and just spend it when they can. But yeah, I don't know. Like the at least have it like 1,300 seems like such an arbitrary number. Maybe there's a mastery to increase it, maybe in the Secrets of the Obscure, because I don't have that unlocked yet. But yeah, I just wanted to give my opinions on this Wizard's Vault from the first week. It could get better, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm open to changing my opinion as time goes on, because like the dailies, some of them, like yesterday's ones, was easy to do, but then, like I said, some require you to have certain new expansions explored, even if you might not have even touched those areas yet. So yeah, as you can see, I only have, well, actually I have like Auric Basin, just because I teleported a friend for hero points. I only have this bit of Cantha. Everything else is empty, or not empty, but unexplored. Crystal Desert, everything's unexplored. And then Horn of Maguma. I do have this section just because, like I said, I teleported a friend to do either a daily or a weekly. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, that's just my initial opinion for the Wizard's Vault. Maybe, like, everyone could have a different opinion, that's fine. It's just how I feel, my initial thoughts about this personally. So, like I said, the vault rewards itself is pretty good. I like it, just because you can pick and choose what you want. Maybe you just want Mystic Clover, so you can spend 1,200 astral acclaim. Just Mr. Clover's. For me, I'm probably gonna get the ascended weapon or armor. And maybe some people just want the legendary weapon stuff. So yeah, there's also the Black Lion Mastery Coffer. Random elixir of mastery for one of the mastery regions. Which is, I believe, a new item. So yeah, that's all I had to say about the Wizard's Vault. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, it might change for the future. I don't know what they're gonna rotate in, and obviously whatever's gonna rotate out is gonna be in the legacy rewards. I don't know why you would need a new tab for it. Just make us scroll down even more, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day. Alright, so this was after recording that whole bit about the Wizard's Vault. I have one daily left, as you can see here. It is loot the chest of Grand Valhert's riches in the Valhert's Crypts mini dungeon. And as you can see, I am with a lot of people at the entrance. And one thing that annoyed me was, so the entrance is you have to interact with this lantern, and for the longest time the only option I had was to leave the monument alone. So that was annoying. Because people were talking about it being bugged, and I thought that itself was a bug. So yeah, I looked on the wiki, and it turns out there is a hidden achievement where you have to complete before you have access to this mini dungeon, which this tooltip here doesn't tell you that you need to have completed. So, because I have not completed that prior to this daily. So I mean, this achievement itself isn't that bad. You just go to a few places, record the symbols, and come back to the NPC. So it took me about like 10-15 minutes with a guide. So it probably will take around there, but yeah. So yeah, it's also, so we got the ability to enter here, which we can't mount, which is fine. It's a mini dungeon. So as we explore here, now obviously this mini dungeon has been cleared, otherwise there'd be enemies, puzzles that are like not been solved yet. So that's not the bug that people are talking about. I think it's the thing that happens at the end of the mini dungeon, which I will show since we are getting to that point in the dungeon. So on the wiki it says there's a few ways to get this bugged, but like, even if you did every single room by yourself, this still could be bugged. So here you can see the chest, the main chest, the chest of Grand Valhert's riches. Which, I mean, this is the main chest, and then there are accompanying chests. If you try, I haven't even looted this yet. So if you do this, if you try to open, you get a prompt here. You are unable to open the chest. If you try to open any of these, you get the prompt, you are unable to open the chest. So yeah, like I said in the video that I recorded, I wish there was a 5th or even a 6th option for the daily, because tying the daily completion chest to 4 out of 4 with no alternate available thing to choose is kind of bad in cases like this, because now since this dungeon is bugged, you can't get this done, you can't get any of the loot from the mini dungeon, you can't get the daily completion chest, you can't get the achievement points. So there's a lot you can't get just because you can't finish this due to a bug. Like, I think the only way to like fix this is to get into a new instance, but that is tricky. I think the wiki says you have to wait until the meta, but even then I was at the meta earlier, and the prompt to change instances didn't show up. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. I found that out well after I recorded the video, so yeah, here we go, and yeah, until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.